Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Neutron and ArminvB. This game taking place here on Caldrasil, all the random. That means that all heroes and all races are random here in this 1v1 matchup. Neutron spawning as the red Night Elf player here. Off to the side. All right, apparently they're adjusting my zoom. All right, so so Neutron opening up. We'll see what hero he will be getting. Meanwhile, ArminvB, I'm just gonna call him Armin, and opening up, and we'll see what heroes are going to be played or brought out. What is often interesting about this all the random style is that because you don't know what hero you're going to get, you don't know what strategies to really try and go for. It is a roll of the dice, so to speak, to see what type of strategies you want to build on. It is going to be a Blade Master versus Mountain King in this matchup here, with Night Elf going up against the Undead. All right, Mountain King gonna go ahead and finish off this Forest Troll Trapper with really no problem, and now make a move out across the field. Mountain King with Gloves of Haste could go for Thunder, could go for Clap or Bash as that second ability, as he tries to finish off this Forest Troll High Priest. Gonna be able to easily do so since that one Forest Troll High Priest does not have any heals. All right, off to the north here, and Blade Master with skeletal minions being able to creep. That's actually an interesting factor in the game that I never really thought about. The Blade Master having access to those skeletal minions, being able to swarm and really be able to reach higher momentum, opening things up for different styles of creeping. All right, here you go once more, going after the Forest Troll Berserker and this Forest Troll Shadow Priest. That should get cleaned up very easily, as we could be going into tech to tier 2. All right, Ancient of War is still off to the south here, not quite well, perhaps trying to make its way over and tank against this Null Overseer creep camp. Ancient of War gonna go ahead and position itself off over here, and the Mountain King should get very close to level 3, if not get there. It looks as though both sides are able to play their game freely, doing a lot of creeping. Mountain King, however, perhaps going to be able to do it just a little bit faster, since he has that Ancient of War to tank up some of that damage. All right, going to continue to pull back some of the units here. Null Overseer taking quite a bit of damage. Are we going to see a Stormbolt to try and finish things off? There it goes, getting taken down, picking up a Tome of Knowledge, and also having a Replenishment Potion as well. Little bit of bonus stat materials, as well as the Ancient of War just isn't really walking that far and going the distance or absorbing the damage. How did Blade get skeletal minions? Undead hero, all the random. All right, so Blade Master with skeletal minions able to clear things up. He was also creeping alongside some ghouls, so that should have been a big indicator. All right, how are all of the things gonna be unloading here, as the Mountain King going after this Ogre Magi creep camp, and perhaps has plans to set up an expansion as well. Quick reveal right there. Neutron perhaps realizing that his opponent does in fact have a Blade Master, doesn't want to see a potential creep jack, as the Tree of Life now coming online. Mountain King does have level 2 Stormbolt, level 1 Thunderclap, but is currently low on hit points and on mana. May actually want to use the Potion of Replenishment, and then also use that Cloak of Shadows right here. And by using that right here, he could protect his expansion, make sure it at least gets up to 3/4 hit points, and then move on out. Oh, I did not delete Johnny. All right, there you go. Johnny Cage is moved away here. All right, ghouls and Blade Master now going to go ahead and swarm inside, and this is something that actually looks rather scary. Normally, Blade Master is not able to swarm like this. A big thunderclap across multiple units here, as the Mountain King really should be trying to get in as much of this Moonwell juice as possible. Going to go ahead and perhaps go in for another thunderclap. Level 2 thunderclap could have done actually a tremendous amount of damage, as we're looking at repair still coming back across. Mountain King could go in for a Stormbolt here, as the ghouls are going after the archers. Archers could be having a little bit of trouble, as the Blade Master now going after the Mountain King here. Mountain King after the Blade Master once more. The Blade Master now looking to retreat back. Ghouls now scouting out the expansion again, as the ghouls want to swarm ahead and make sure that this expansion does not get online and operational. Archers now making their way down. Quick detonation taking down some of those skeletal minions, as the Mountain King gets closer and closer to level 4. Shadow Meld on all of those archers right there, preventing any damage. Blade Master having Dust of Appearance, but perhaps not quite sure where exactly his opponent is, as the Goblin Shredder now makes its way off to the north. All right, Ancient of Lores are being trained up here. Mountain King and archers looking around both sides, not having that much of an army, as we see a Goblin Tinker as the second hero. Quick Stormbolt on the tracker here. That is a level 9 creep. I do not believe this is going to be a good spot at all, as Neutron is actually perhaps going to get punished. Blade Master able to dodge those rockets right there, and this Ancient of War is just easily going to get taken down here, as the Ancient of War now trying to, well, actually able to back away, losing aggro from those creeps. Blade Master nearby, is he going to take the experience? No, he does not, but he does take the item, a Stormbolt, and a stun onto the Blade Master right there. Blade Master down to 280 hit points, able to retreat back once more. Forest Troll Trapper taking a little bit of damage. And, well, level 2 on that Goblin, or level 4 on that Mountain King, just around the corner. Tinker MK, Undead better get a second hero soon. Well, yes, it is going to be getting up a second hero soon. We can see a Haunted Goldmine is already established, but no Acolytes are there to give any sort of economic advantage. Mountain King trying to go up against all these units, but two level 6 creeps and a level 9 Granite Golem is going to be very difficult for this Mountain King and Ancient of War to try, and I believe Neutron just bit off more than he can chew, and this is going to turn into a bit of a situation. He's not using his time wisely, and this is going to open up the door for Armin to perhaps and to do a little bit more damage. He was behind quite a bit, and now it looks like he's finally getting his footing back underneath himself. But, well, this Necropolis really needs to start training up and getting some Acolytes into that Haunted Goldmine. Coming back around, a Blade Master now making its way around here. There's a couple of wisps down to the south. Tree of Life is going to try and establish up an expansion off to the north, as the Blade Master scouts out and sees that all of these Moonwells are pretty much already down. All right, all of these Moonwells currently suffering currently very, very dry. You can see a big stun coming across here. Mountain King may even try to go for a Thunderclap. Yes, able to finish off some of those units. Stormbolt going down as well. Mountain King really needed level 2 Thunderclap, as we see a Dark Ranger as the second hero coming in from ArminvB. I believe there was a silence preventing that Mountain King from getting in any additional Thunderclaps, as the units are now going to make their way off to the north. Tree of Life is nearing completion. Yeah, Neutron is quite a good free-for-all player. All right, a bit of the psychology, right, in terms of knowing when to save some of your resources for the upcoming fight. All right, let's take a look at what's going to be down here. Tuskar Chieftain and a bunch of other units here. Units are all being slowed down as well. Shaman, there is another slow down here. Torrent Chieftain getting a rejuvenation and now simply retreating back. Are we going to perhaps get into another Stormbolt? There's an Abolish Magic, but the Tuskar Chieftain is able to retreat all the way back, not even worrying about any of the other creeps that are alongside him. All right, continuing to fight back around. Tuskar Chieftain will end up getting taken down. Level 2 now on the Tinker, as we see Vampiric Aura for the Mountain King being able to regenerate a little bit of hit points as well. Coming back down to the south, Dark Ranger and Blade Master working together. Level 3, level 1 going up against level 4, level 2. Neutron still has the advantage there, but the economic advantage is now starting to swing in favor of the Undead, as he is able to establish up and mine from his gold mine a little bit longer than his opponent. 44 supply compared to 43 tech advantage. We are looking at Black Citadel on both sides. Is the Blade Master going to get an Orb of Corruption? That is actually one of the questions that I have. A Blade Master with an Orb of Corruption. Imagine how much damage you are dealing with that Orb of Corruption with the critical strike, and then on top of that, you are removing armor from that target, able to deal so much damage. Perhaps we will be looking at that in just a little bit. Champions are going to, Furbolg Champion's going to get taken down. Level 4 on the Blade Master could be just around the corner, as well. Mercenaries are being hired, and they are random, but they are powerful. 34 to 45 damage and 28 to 33 damage with a very, very your favorite contraption. Yeah, this infernal contraption, a very good range, and it actually looks fairly small. It looks much smaller than it should be, as the ghouls are now looking to back away again. 49 supply compared to 47. If Neutron is able to hire up a good amount of mercenaries, things could change. But what is this? A perfect window of opportunity as Neutron catches his opponent before all of these ziggurats are currently transformed into spirit towers. Tomb of Relics will get taken down. Gargoyles now trying to make their way around here. Nether Drake, and this is one thing to notice. A Nether Drake is a flying unit that has heavy armor, making it very difficult and the perfect counter to all of these Dryads here, since the Nether Drake actually deals piercing damage. All right, the difficulty will be trying to heal up the Nether Drake as we see a Scroll of Town portal on that Mountain King in order to head back out. All right, one Dryad does get taken down. Spirit towers are going to be operational as more acolytes should be making their way over. All right. Are you up for some 12-player free-for-all? No, a 12-player free-for-all is just very, very chaotic. I don't know if there's like a special tournament and it actually happens on site. I might be able to do it. Casting from a replay solo in a 12-player free-for-all would probably make my voice just go absolutely crazy. Coming back around here, Gargoyles looking to finish off more units. We do see the Infernal Contraption and that Nether Drake. A lot of piercing damage available. Dryads are now trying to make their way over, but they're going to find 2 Spirit Towers already here, and that is going to be very difficult to try and stop. The Spirit Towers, well, Acolytes absorbing a little bit of damage here. Are we going to see some repairs as well? Goblin Tinker going to try and take things down. We could be looking at repairs onto the Spirit Towers. They should be attacking the Dryads and not going after the heroes here. Meanwhile, back off to the north, Gargoyles and Blade Master trying to take down this Tree of Life. Both sides trying to stop the expansion from getting underway as the Scroll of Town portal now getting in here. All right, there's a big silence. Well, trying to silence all of those wisps as we are taking a look at a bit of stunning coming back across. All right, the stun's not lasting long enough as the Tree of Life does end up getting taken down. Gargoyles are continuing to back up and Dryads continuing to exchange blows there. Silence on those wisps as the wisp were still repairing pretty fervently. Coming back down, more acolytes will need to be, well, brought back over. More acolytes perhaps to be trained here. We are sitting at tier 3. We don't see an Orb of Corruption on that Blade Master as of yet. I still think that that would be a very, very scary proposition, as the Blade Master's critical strike is what we do. Its damage is greatly reduced by the amount of armor the opponent has, the target has. If you have the ability to remove armor from your opponent, might as well do it to maximize some of that damage. Yeah, still a very, very strong back and forth here. There is another expansion trying to be placed down here by Neutron, as this expansion is once again fully operational. All right, back in the center, Mountain King. If it gets to level 5, things would be drastically different. We can take a look. There are some big damage on that Mountain King right there. And Neutron, with the items that are on this Mountain King, perhaps wishes that he had a ranged hero. Dual Claws of Attack +9, Gloves of Haste, and an Orb of Venom. That is just crying out for a Keeper of the Grove or some other ranged hero right there. A lucky Dust of Appearance, Stormbolt right there onto the Blade Master. Blade Master is going to have some big problems, and that was a completely lucky run. Dust of Appearance randomly catching sight of the Blade Master, and Neutron with the lucky break, now level 5 on that Mountain King. All right, all it takes is a little bit of luck, and sometimes that is the first domino to fall, and I think that might be the issue here. But Armin still has a very, very large army. Neutron going to try and defend here. Does have some obsidian statues, and here we are. They're going to go ahead and try and engage. There's some quick stuns. There's a thunderclap slowing things down as the Nether Drake is still a main problem here. Neutron continuing to fight back the other way. A big thunderclap going to finish things off here as the Gargoyles are causing some bit of problems. Goblin Tinker now trying to retreat away once more. Nether Drake getting in some damage. Gargoyles going after the Dryads as the Nether Drakes are going after the units here as the Tinker is continuing trying to stun down many of these units. Mountain King actually has a bit of range attack because of that Orb of Venom, and now able to deal and fight back against Neutron's Gargoyles. All right, that could be just enough here. There's a big Thunderclap right there. Dark Ranger could get taken down. Dark Ranger does fall, and all the heroes are gone. A Demon Hunter now going to be joining in on the fight as the Mountain King does in fact need to retreat back. There is a Staff of Preservation as dual obsidian statues could cause problems. Nether Drake still the main lucky break for the undead to be able to push back all of these dryads. All right, Nether Drake easily getting healed now by that Essence of Blight. Getting a little bit of additional heals for that. Nether Drake units are now trying to make their way around. We can see a new expansion trying to be established by Neutron off to the north. Army size 47 compared to 51. Resurrection on, Resurrection now on that Dark Ranger, and we may be resurrecting that Blade Master here momentarily. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter going after some easy creep camps, wanting to get to level 2, does have access to mana burn, but does need evasion in order to, well, survive the upcoming onslaught. 1 in 27, I would guess. All right, coming back across here, Gargoyles, Nether Drake now making their rounds once again. We are looking at the Dryads here. Well, they need a little bit of healing. We are at Tree of Eternity, and we are getting into resistant skins for Mountain Giants here in just a moment. Goblin Shredder still working overtime here, as this Goblin Shredder could easily get taken down if it is not careful. Goblin Tinker with Staff of Preservation to back home, and he's going to have enough to, well, push back all of these units again. All right, plenty of mining ready to go. 48 supply compared to 57. Undead once more has the larger army, but the hero level advantage may become far too much. Coming back around, well, yeah, this Entangled Goldmine really not in danger of falling, as the Goblin Tinker sits at level 4, going to get very close to level 5 here after clearing out the remainder of all of this creep camp. I think the Mountain King was actually a bit too close, taking some of that level 6 creep there. Forest Troll Trapper will get taken down. And finally, the last guy taken down there. Wand of Mana Stealing could be useful, perhaps to try and remove a bit of mana here. All right, Mountain King on the move here. Tinker now ready to make its way out across here. Gargoyles trying to go after this expansion, but, well, with one Ancient Protector, that is going to be more than enough. No easy way to stop this, as we are going into a level 8 Blue Dragon Spawn Overseer. And he does have Devotion Aura, giving in quite a bit of armor to all of these ground units here. Big Thunderclap as well to try and slow things down. Demon Hunter getting stunned down as well. Mountain King now low on mana, as the Mountain King battling it up here. There's another mana burn right there. We could be looking at a Stormbolt or just finishing off the Demon Hunter with some auto attacks. There's some stuns, but he dodges all of the attacks again. Demon Hunter able to stay alive. There's a mana burn going down once again onto that Blue Dragon Overspawn Seer. Gargoyles continuing to fight. Another Drake continuing to push back the other way. The Blue Dragon Overspawn Seer has no ways to attack the air, and the Dryads are still unable to fight back against the Gargoyles and Nether Drake. Continuing to fight back around. We're looking at the Mountain King. Mountain King does have, or did have, a potion of mana. He should have Stormbolted that Demon Hunter earlier. The Demon Hunter still representing a large amount of, well, negative mana there by just being able to mana burn off all of those critical targets, but that is going to be the game. All right, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Neutron able to outlast, taking down that Blade Master out in the open field was just far too much, as Neutron ends up with the victory. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.